Welcome to The Little White Lie with Caren Glasser. The Little White Lie is all about the lies we tell ourselves about getting old and how to love the age you are in. Hello everyone, Caren Glasser here, and I am so happy that you're here. Welcome to the Little White Lie Digital Network. I'm the founder, and I just have to say I'm having the time of my life, and I am so happy that you're coming on the journey with me. If you're here on replay, well, you guys know what to do. Make sure you comment down below. The conversation will definitely continue long after the show is over. And if you are so inclined, I would love if you would share the show as well. Look down on your mobile device or your desktop, laptop, tablet, wherever you're watching the show. Hit that share button and send it on out to your network. And as I do every single week, I'm going to do my reveal, show you the top of my head. In fact, my guest and I, Joey, we were talking about this, that I look so bright because the light is bouncing off my head. I want to make sure that you visit me on thelittlewhitelie.com, and when you post, which I hope you do, and I hope you comment, and I hope that you share, use the hashtag #LittleWhiteLie. So today, the question that we're tackling is, how do I stop worrying about what others think about me so that I can show up as I am today? And who better to address this topic is the amazing Joey Garrity. She's the founder of 113 Branding. She's a brand strategist, marketer, author, and speaker, maybe not all at the same time, but she does all those things. She's worked in the entertainment industry for the past 15 years, actually not the past, but for 15 years plus, and with companies like ABC and Disney. And I mean, she's just like the insider that we all need to have in our corner. And I'm very, very fortunate to have Joey in my corner. So let's welcome her in. Joey, how are you today?
Hi, Caren. I'm great. Thank you for having me on, sister.
Well, I'm just delighted that you're here because, I mean, who better than you to talk about your it factor? But I want to ask you before we even start, Joey, what's your little white lie?
Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about this today, right? And everyone out there knows that Karen's going to ask you this question. My little white lie right now is that I'm so uncomfortable right now in regards to how much I'm stretching. And we're going to talk more about this, about moving away from being a likable leader, etc., that I want to go back into my comfort zone. That is my little white lie. So every day it's like more yoga, more meditation, more mirror love. Thank you, Lisa Lamont, et cetera, more inner game tools to keep me in this uncomfortable zone, because you and I both know we have to be uncomfortable. It's a new comfortable, right? Right, Caren?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even say it better myself. And you're the one who told me to get uncomfortable. Thank you very much, Joey Garrity.
You're welcome.
And I understand what you're saying, because I'm kind of like in that uncomfortable space myself, and it would be really nice and very easy just to go back to being comfortable.
Yes.
But I'm not going to do it. I've got you as an accountability partner, as you have me. I'm not going to let you do it.
Right.
So, one of the big topics that we've been talking about is how to stop worrying about what others think of us, right? So that we can show up as we truly are. So what's a key tool to help someone actually cross that bridge?
Sure. So what I discovered when Caren and I were down in Long Beach, we were at the women's conference, and I was still very comfortable, by the way. I remember those days. Very comfortable, right? Just got out of my annual event, right? With Caren Glaser and Glasser, and Betty and Green, and we're having a great time. But what I realized is that in order to stretch, that I had to move out from being the likable leader. And I believe that likable leader, that title is given to us at a very young age, especially for women. And what is it not to be liked? Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Very scary place to be. But what I realize is that, and I had to stand in my own leadership spotlight if this was going to be a long-term journey, and I'm going to walk my own talk, right?
Absolutely. And it is uncomfortable. I've been noticing in the last couple of weeks as I'm, launching this whole, whatever this is that we're launching, I have been getting more and more uncomfortable, because as I've gotten older, I have those thoughts in my head that say, do you really want to do this at 60? Or can you really do this at 60? And maybe that's more the question. Can you really do this at 60? And then I have to remind myself, I have at least 30 years ahead of me. Why not? Right? But I'm sure this is a common problem. If, those of you who are watching, comment below. Let us know, you know, how are you stopping this worry about showing up the way you
Yeah.
are? This is
Yeah.
tough. It's really,
It
really
is.
tough.
It is. It's and when I decided to leave the likable leader down in Long Beach, there was a mourning process. I mean, it took me about at least a minimum of 4 weeks to start feeling better because I was so in fear model over this, right? Especially just with my nature itself of always wanting to be liked. And also because we're we's, I call us we's, right? So we're very supportive, encouraging, that kind of gig. So what I had to find for myself is a balance. And how was I not going to be the quote unquote likable leader and be the intentional leader that my life purpose of what I'm really here, and how was I going to move through that? And that's when I really had to have more I had to really look at my inner game, sister, and just be like, know thyself. And you have to just realize that we are going to push buttons and conflict along the way if we are truly sharing our unique point of views.
So, do you have any tips when those thoughts start to crowd our head? I mean, I know that Lisa Lamont does the mirror love, and we can stand in front of a mirror and we can say those things. Any other tips that you might have? I mean, I talk to myself all the time out loud. I literally say, Caren, why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. You know you can do it. Are there any tips that you want to share?
Yeah, so there's a couple key components here. One is identifying your it factor. Your it factor is really your life purpose, is your birthright of what you were born to do. And it has nothing to do with your last name, the money you grew up with, the money or vacation you have going on for yourself right now. It's about being at ease with yourself and back in your body. And that means standing in your spotlight. But that's with intention. So you got to first get really quiet and you got to start identifying for yourself, what kind of leader are you going to be? You got to just put it out there. And then from there, you can start taking the steps. The next step that I really encourage people to do is you got to stand in it. You got to walk your talk. So literally sharing that type of leader that you are in the marketplace openly. And I'm just going to ask the audience, everyone out there right now, scream it from the mountaintops. It will reinforce for you that is your birthright to stand in it, and it's going to be scary at first, but with time it will be more at ease for you, and then it will feel like it's just a second skin.
As Angie says, yes, at ease with intention.
Yes.
Hashtag Muse Maven. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, Angie.
I mean, these are really good tips. I want to let people know how they can get in touch with you, Joey.
Sure.
They can go check out your website at 113branding.com. You also have quite a few, you actually do, Facebook pages and groups and things that you lead. Where should we send them? Should we send them to the 113 brand or the Branding for Professional? Where should we send them?
Sure. So Branding for Professional Businesswomen is a group that I created, and it is a we group. And when I mean the definition of a we is that people are interactive, they're supportive, they're encouraging, they're collaborating with each other, right? So if that's what you're looking for, that would be a great group. I also had just launched what I called the Hollywood Spotlight series. And here's the thing. This was a big intention for me to get back to the type of leadership that I was born to be in, away from the likable leader. Mm-hmm. Going back to Hollywood, right? I spent much of my adult life there. Going back to Hollywood and asking Hollywood insiders to come on my show, right? That was a leap of faith, sister. This
How
is
nervous
what I mean about wanting to be comfortable again. I'm so sick of being uncomfortable right now. Right? But you know what? Everyone has said yes. They've all said yes because they know I'm intentional. I'm standing in my own it factor, right? But doing that, the Hollywood Spotlight, because I believe that we can learn from masters in all different fields so we can all elevate together and not just be in our own backyard. I feel like we have to push out of our own backyards.
Right. And sometimes you just have to ask for it, as you said. You have to ask, because if you don't ask and you don't let the universe know that this is what you're going to be doing, you're not going to get an answer back. That's just the way it works. You don't ask, you don't get an answer. We have Mary that says, screaming, it will liberate you.
Yeah,
I agree.
Mary. Woo!
I agree. And
Yeah,
Deanna,
Mary.
I totally get that. Deanna says, yes, yes, full circle. If we ask, most people will say yes. I really am beginning to believe that. I used to not ask, and now I'm definitely asking about it. So along those lines, I am going to do an ask for our community right now because I am getting so excited. We're about getting ready to launch the Little White Lie digital magazine. How cool is that, Joey? And I'm really excited because I have Joey in my corner. And she's going to be doing all the marketing for this. And I want you, this is the ask. I'm asking you to go over to thelittlewhitelie.com. I'm going to put it up there and make sure you opt in. What that means is there's a little thing right there to put your email and your name. I don't spam. I don't do anything like that. I want you to do this for a reason, because when you do that, you're going to get the very first issue sent to your email box, the very first premier issue. It's coming out in October. You're going to get it right in your email box, and you're going to get a complimentary subscription to the quarterly magazine that will start right after that. So that's my ask, and I hope that you say yes. And I've got Mary saying your tribe totally has your back jump. So Mary is telling you, go over to thelittlewhitelie.com and put your name in there so that you can get the issue. Any last thoughts, Joey, before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I really want to encourage, particularly women out there, to take a look at that leadership. And it's just, I mean, we were very encouraged as young girls to always have to be liked. Mm-hmm. And that likability leader, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Put her on the shelf, like just put her away. Create the intentional leader that you're meant to be. It literally is your birthright. It is the game changer. You will be uncomfortable from sunrise until sunset. But you know what? Life's so much more exciting now, sister, since I made that decision for myself. I mean, doors have just been blowing open for me. It is in alignment. And when we're in alignment, that's when things just like rock and roll.
That's when things happen. I so agree. I really want to thank all of you who come every single week to watch the show, whether you're live or on replay. We know that you have a choice as to how to spend your time, and I am thrilled that you decided to spend it with us today. So go out and give somebody an awesome day, and we'll see you next week on the next episode of The Little White Lie. Goodbye, everyone.